Hi, it's Mona McClellan, and you typed in tips for coloring your hair at home. Well, I am on two sides of the fence on this one because I am a trained professional and I was in the hair industry for almost 3 decades. I would say don't color your hair at home. There's all sorts of disasters that used to come into my hair salon, and even if people colored their hair at home, you could tell when it was a home job. So don't color your hair at home. Now, I'm going to speak to you as someone who's retired from hairdressing and who does color her hair at home. I do have that knowledge and capability because of all the years and heads of hair that I colored, and that was my specialty, was coloring. I can give you a couple of tips of how to take care of your hair coloring between services, and if you must color your hair at home, some things to look for. Now, there's a real science to getting the right color, and I can't even begin to explain because I know when you go to a drugstore or anywhere that sells color, you kind of pick a color and go, I want that color. But then think about it, when you mix that color onto your hair, it's got to combine with the pigment in your hair. It's going to make a different color. So the color on the box is kind of like if you put color on a white wall, that same color on a white wall, you get that color. But if you put that color on a brown wall or a red wall or a black wall, you're going to get that color plus whatever was under there. So think about that. So it's a bit tricky to find the color that you want. There is, we have to figure out what underlying pigments there are, if you're gray, how many levels of lift from your pigment up or down. So there's more involved to it. And I can't really give you much advice about that because I can't see your hair and to tell you what you should be buying. There is some nice natural colors out there that have lower ammonias and you've still got to use peroxide because you have to have a catalyst. So you can try those things. You could always cut a small strand of hair under here, tape the end, and then just color that strand, mix up a tiny little bit of the developer and the color, and see what it comes out at. You can see if you like it. Now remember, it's going to be amplified by a whole head of hair. The biggest tip I can give you about coloring your hair in a salon or at home is that every time you color your hair, you're going to lose some protein, about 25%. Protein is what makes the hair stretchy and shiny and bouncy and full of life, just like your body. Now, if you don't have enough protein in your body going into your hair or on the outside from coloring, it's going to get lifeless and dull and just hang there, and you may be experiencing that. So in between your color services, never right after, but about 2 weeks before, you want to put about 3 to 5 good protein treatments in your hair to build up a reserve because the color is going to pull it out. If you put protein on after you've colored your hair, it's going to pull the color out. So it attracts color. So you put it on before, not right after. So really that's all I can tell you. I mean, if you're going to do foils like I've got in my hair, you can cut some tin foil up, fold one of the ends and put it under and paint bits of hair and fold up the foil because the foil keeps the heat. And just keep peeking at it so you see the color that you like. Hair color will tone after a few washes. It will tone down if it's too bright. So don't panic right away if it's a bit too bright or the highlights look too light. Just give it a couple of weeks to see, and then you can always go get a toner and tone that down. Anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about today. I had a great career. I wanted to tell you a little bit about one other thing. I don't know if you're looking at this personally, or maybe you're looking for a way to find a way to make some money or be a hairdresser. But the downside of working in a hair salon and coloring your hair is smelling and sucking in all those fumes, and I developed some chemical sensitivities. And it was too bad because I had to retire and look for a way to serve online. I found a way. I found a group of people to work with. And if you'd like to check out what I'm doing, what we're doing now, which is going really well, go to my website, here'sanotherway.com. It's not going to be about coloring your hair, just letting you know. But you'll find out there all about what we do and what it's all about, and testimonials of folks that we've helped too. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and I wish you happy hair.